I wish you the best at like the DMV and stuff like that. I guess that's the move then.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So, Cameron, how's it going?
Yes, everyone could find their seats, please. We'll begin with roll call.
Okay, hi everyone. Naya. Hello. Lisa. Carol. Oh.
Here.
I'm here. Taya. Here. Miriam.
Here.
De Silva.
Here.
Chinmay.
Here.
Hanvi.
Tom V's here.
Audrey. Here. I got it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to fuck.
Here. Sorry. Eddie. He's here. Ashika. Here. Fishy. Here. Thomasine.
Here.
Beth.
Here.
Okay, Ale. Here. Oh, Jack. Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Fabia. Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan Kwong, not here. But thank you. Yadu.
Here.
Cameron. Drew. Stanley.
Here.
Amira. Samyang.
Here.
Charmaine. Solon. DK.
Here.
Sophie. Here. I got you. Odvet. Isha. Okay, Tanisha. Here. Rafa. Megan. Michelle. Gustav. If you come in late, please come up and check your attendance with me at the end. Jess. Awesome.
Here.
Minna. Kennedy. Andrew Liu.
Here.
Jeffrey. Anjali. Leo Solga.
Here.
Hi. Alexa. Juan.
Juan? His mic doesn't. His mic.
Oh, he's here.
Gracie. Anna. Vadiha.
Here.
AJ. Nina. Here. David. Catherine. Here. Dana. Orlake. Here. Emily. Here. Melinda. Sahasra. Kaylin. Anaya. Alex. Simon.
Here.
Jocelyn. Vargas, sorry. Sophia. Here. Pablo Cherkis. Simi. Here. Ruhan.
Here.
Hi. Sebastian.
Here.
Pavans. Hello. Khalil. Sama. Ritvik.
Yeah.
Jocelyn. Aryan. Jocelyn Cruz. Here. Madeline. Here. Jack Terrell. Nicole. Here. Aditya
Here.
and Pablo Tam. Okay, any members of the, oh, I'm sorry, Pablo. Okay, perfect. Any members of the public?
It's me, Luke Star.
Hi, Mukhtar. Thanks so much for being here.
Okay, we'll now have 10 minutes of open forum. Preference given to members of the public. Any topics for open forum?
Personal question I'll ask you later.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Any other-
30-minute meeting.
Is that a handband? No, you just play. Yeah, sure.
Motion to allow to flow.
Second. There a second. All those elected members, favor? Any opposed? Motion clearly passes. I will not enter the report sections.
Hey, hi guys. I hope you all had a great Halloween weekend. For some of you, it was your first Halloween weekend, so I hope you're still here with us. Sorry. So President's Report, I don't know why this looks like this on here, but as usual, I have my one-on-one with Katie Bonner. Then UA Cabinet met with Business Services. It was a really great meeting. There's a couple of topics that we discussed, being PIN card access, dining and retail updates, text and tell feedback system, vending machine policy implementation, on-demand shuttle operations, ice rink operating costs, and then SEPTA UPass, semester pass access. Before I elaborate on any of these specifically, can you share your screen? Can you guys see?
Oh,
Good?
yes, thank you, Aiden.
It wasn't me.
Great.
Oh.
No, it's fine. I am Aiden Carroll. What?
Thank you, Niall.
We're good. Couple highlights that I want to note. One was their response to mail packages topics from the previous meeting. I kind of talked to them about the possibility of having people who are living off campus deliver their packages on campus because of a lot of packages getting stolen. And what they said was that Canon, which is Penn's mail vendor, is not set up to handle off-campus mail, but they're looking at how other universities are currently handling this policy. But that any new system might involve a cost since current mail services are covered by housing fees. So if you were to live off campus and you wanted to get stuff delivered on campus, you probably have to pay a fee. I'm not sure how much. The other thing was about the package accumulation and tracking issues. I don't know if you guys have seen Harnwell lobby, but there's like a ridiculous amount of packages up front. But a lot of those packages don't have names or addresses, so therefore they're untrackable. They said that any like the food items, they'll get thrown away after 48 hours because of their risk management policy. One thing I do want to note is that in response to this, they're going to be installing shelving in Harnwell's lobby near the guard station, hopefully before Thanksgiving to better organize deliveries. And then they have Canon staff are checking lobbies daily, Hill in the morning and Harnwell throughout the day. And they also have these signs that say delivery drivers, please don't deliver here, whatever, but they're only in English, which is not helpful for non-English speaking delivery drivers. So doing that, and a pilot program will begin with a Harnwell to test the shelving and communication. Any questions about those two things? Mail packages? No, okay, great. Vending machine policy implementation. I think this is relevant because I think some people wanted to do like a hot food vending machine. And basically we just talked about like the feasibility of this. They said that it's feasible. They get like new their vending machine, which their vending machine, what is it called? Contractor person? Vendor, yes. Is Canteen, and they send them like a brochure every month trying to get them like new things. So like there's this one called like I don't know, it's some noodle one. And I know that was someone's project. So just there is feasibility for this stage, but just have to scale out where it would work. Obviously, I suggested like Hill or somewhere there's already like electric possibility there. So that was exciting. And then lastly, for SEPTA UPass and semester pass access, initially they were like, it would be way too expensive because they would have to purchase it for every single student. I think they like did the pricing and it was like several $1,000,000. And it just wouldn't be worth it return wise. So I suggested doing a smaller cohort, such as like a first year class or X amount from a first year class. They're talking about it. I think DeSilva had a meeting with Courtney Dombrowski from Business Services to talk about it briefly. But I think for anyone who's interested in this project, like again, I think a lot of people are in this room. There's possibility to still push for it. We just really need to just demonstrate there's a need for the separate pass. Any questions about anything up there? Okay, great. Cabinet met with the Division of Public Safety. We talked about these things up here. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything here, but specifically highlights the Allied Universal Strike Contingency Planning. I'm not sure if you guys have seen if Allied was talking about going on strike. I don't know if they're going to. DPS didn't seem too worried about it. In the case that they do, everything would still run smoothly. They would just have like their own police officers just take place in some of the buildings and some of those places where Allied are currently sitting. Any questions about that? Okay. The recent Radian burglary. Not sure if everyone I think should be familiar about it, but we asked them about that. Just important to note that the suspect has already been arrested and they were charged pretty quickly. It stemmed from a security breach. There was like an unlocked back door. And DPS just emphasized special services as confidential support and that they've been communicating with them for any students who may be affected. For patrol patterns and campus coverage, there were a lot of questions last time about how exactly their Allied Universal actually like distributes their patrols or DPS does their patrols. They're data driven. They're based on traffic patterns. Community policing is prioritized. They like to have their drivers or their police officers get out of their vehicles and walk around. There's a lot of walk and bike patrol, supposedly. And then event capacity and safety policy. They kind of said the same thing about like the 100% event limit, saying that if the city came in, that it would be even lower. So the 100 is basically just, it's a courtesy. They said that it was driven by safety and equity. It's not triggered by any specific incident. I asked, was there something that specifically triggered the cut down? And they said no. So there's that. Any questions about any of those topics? Okay, great. And then Musab and I met with University Life Space and Events. We talked about room reservations, housekeeping fees, pricing, and access for student groups, budget and external revenue, and then administrative events. This was a really, really short meeting. It was literally only 20 minutes. There was a question about expanding the number of reservable spaces on the website. Basically, I think DeSilva was you that asked about this. This pretty much just comes down to like, was it a central pool classroom, was inside the 10-day window, et cetera, et cetera. I don't really know those answers right now, but if you do have like specifics, then we can direct you to them. For housekeeping fees, the fees reflect direct labor costs only. There's no markup, so they don't charge any more than what housekeeping charges them. Housekeeping is unionized and it's overseen by FRES. And they said it was important that they are trying to reduce the housekeeping fees and lower barriers to event access by identifying more potential funding resources. So we'll see how that goes. For the pricing access for student groups, currently registered student groups are not charged room rental fees for ULSC managed spaces. Charges only apply to housekeeping, security, and AV support, and then any additional costs may occur for non-pen attendees. So if you have any of that or more than 6 tables, then they'll charge you. They've also faced the same budget cuts that the rest of the university departments did, but they haven't raised their prices in approximately 20 years. And then for administrative events, we asked them, like, do they charge admin? They said they don't charge room fees, but they do pay for other services such as like the staffing, security, and AV. And then cabinet with Opsal was rescheduled to next week, question mark? Yeah. Any questions about any of the meetings I just discussed? Yes.
Why did you reschedule to after homecoming?
But it wasn't on them. It was on cabinet's availability. Yeah.
Oh, and I'll just ask if we could put the laptops away, please. Very sorry.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Yes, Leo?
Oh yeah, I was curious as to what union housekeeping was.
No idea.
Okay.
I can ask for you. Yeah.
I don't think they were unionized, if I'm correct, Carol. Were they? Or am I
Uh,
thinking of like Allied?
no, Allied is unionized. I guess a note for a different union. there's two different unions that represent Allied and one for the guards inside and one for the guards that are outside. So the guards that are outside would not be going on strike.
That's fine.
It would only be the guards on the inside. I know that's not necessarily what you asked, but those are two separate.
That's very interesting.
We have separate unions for inside and out.
Yes.
Did you hear that, Leo?
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure it's a Teamsters chapter, but I have no idea. And I'm curious if it's different between Frez and Chaz. But
I also am not sure of that answer, I'm sorry.
I did have a separate question as well.
What's up?
I was wondering how school spaces work with like space and events at large. Like, was there any discussion of how like Wharton space and events or like college space and events coordinates with like university?
No, but I'm pretty sure it still just falls down to like each individual school models. I don't know how much talking there actually is. Again, this meeting was only 20 minutes long. But if there's more questions about space and events, then we're gonna set up more frequent, or hopefully at least a longer meeting with them.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, cool. Upcoming meetings, I have one with Katie Bonner tomorrow. Cabinet's meeting with the Title IX office on Wednesday. Title IX office is like all things sexual assault, sexual harassment, relationship violence, things like that. I think we meet with them usually once a year, so I need agenda topics. Julia?
How their communications like is for the different pathways that students can take after sexual assault.
Different pathways after an incident.
Yeah, like are students aware, like there's multiple like places you can go and options you can take depending on repercussions or stuff like that.
Okay. Eddie?
Can you like speak to like how they tried to like kind of similar to what Julie was saying, like try to keep the flow of information like to students like going even after freshman year? Because I feel like a lot of their focus is like during like NSO, like, oh, like you can say something, you have resources, but then like I feel like after freshman year, like they really like don't try to target like the upperclassmen as much. So I think that how do you try to reach out to the upperclassmen is an important point.
It's a good point. Someone?
Like similar to Eddie, like how they use the feedback from those surveys in NSO to like then like influence like feature consent circles and stuff like that.
Leo?
This is kind of a follow-up to Eddie's, but how does Title IX work with Penn Violence Prevention that runs the consent circles during NSO? And as a separate question, how does Title IX kind of work to, be in a political or media spotlight when Title IX's stuff is a Trump administration priority?
Could you explain that question a little bit more?
Sure. I mean, like to my understanding, Title IX offices protecting women and girls, that kind of thing, is something the Trump administration talks a lot about. Like, previous amendments to like the NCAA athletics stuff. I'm not super well versed in this issue. I'd love to learn more about it, but I'm curious if they're working closely with like university communications or some, subsection of the president's office to, have a united front if any policies of theirs need to change.
Good question, thank you.
They reverted back to the 2020 version of Title IX regulations. So I guess asking how that's affected their work.
Thank you. Julia?
Leo, help me out. There was a survey done last year. They do it every 5 years. And like it's about, I don't remember what it's called. Leo, do you remember?
Wait,
Are you referring to the Pulse survey?
Yeah, Pulse.
No, not Pulse.
It is Pulse?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not Pulse.
Oh, it's not.
It's the other one.
It's like
Rhea and Leo went to the opening.
What's specifically about?
It's about specifically.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
That survey, how do they get, like, how are they using that data to help them out, or how does that help the office do their work? I'll look it up for you.
Is it HESMA, the higher education sector?
Yes, thank you,
yes.
Mukhtar.
Yes, thank you, Mukhtar.
Yes.
Thank
That's
you.
that's a really good question, Julia.
Sophie?
I was gonna say, like, if something doesn't constitute a Title IX offense that's like sexual violence related, where do they send students then? I think ASAP was like working on some project to like streamline that process, so I don't know if you guys have talked to them, that would be interesting.
Thank you. Julia?
I refer to the Pulse survey.
Yes.
Is
Pierce.
What do we do to support transgender athletes after reverting their Title IX policies?
Any other questions? Okay, if you have any, let me know, by tonight, I'm gonna send this agenda over tomorrow. Okay. At my Penn Forward meeting, same thing, every single month. We are gonna talk about this in the President Jameson's meeting, so I also have to get feedback from you guys on that. I'll explain a little bit more in a second. One with Gary Pepora. And then, so we're meeting with Jameson on the 10th. Our current topics are the next steps after the compact rejection and then preparedness for federal funding removal in the case that happens. And then also University Council feedback. We talked about University Council the last meeting. It was pretty productive. So Penn Forward basically is answering this bigger question that if Penn could be anything without any sort of financial feasibility barriers, what would you want it to be? What type of programs or structural processes would you change? If you just like rapid fire, like literally anything. Like, I don't know, like abolish freshman year, or like, you know, like that's how crazy it could be. Pierce,
Free college.
for everyone?
Yeah.
Free college or free tuition?
Free college.
Sophie?
All undergraduate donations like go to Penn as a school, like it's not separate between the four schools. Restructuring that.
Andrew?
Any student can take any class across the four schools.
Eddie?
Just admitting more students.
Admitting more?
Yeah.
Pierce?
Harvard has a policy where you can take two classes at
What do you mean?
like you can sign up at Path at or two classes that meet at the same time. As long as there's no strict attendance policy for each one.
Okay. Is she?
Having more flexibility between like dining dollars and swipes. Like if you have remaining swipes, you can like convert it into $90. There's only $9 on transfer. The next semester.
Andrew?
Renovating the rotunda to get rid of asbestos.
Everything to get rid of it.
Well, that's been closed for like
Where's the
years.
list? Is there, next to cinema?
That's like.
Mukhtar?
University Council, that's collaborative.
Ruhan?
That's right, Leo.
On-campus options for dining after 8 p.m. or whatever time all the dining halls close.
Okay, some of these are sounding a little bit too feasible. Make them like crazy. You know, it sounds like thousands of chickens we can eat, things like that.
This might be 4K.
No, wait.
Bring microwaves back.
Okay, guys. Tony's connection, we can literally just send directly to business services. DeSilva.
The process of, like, I guess the timeline for looking for the next president, since I think he's going to be leaving in 2027.
Penn Forward? Or just agenda topic?
Where I thought this was just for press.
Yes, like, it's both, okay.
Oh, my bad, sorry, I was just asking.
No,
if we're
it's
gonna-
I guess to that point, is there gonna be another strategic plan when we have a new president? We've had like three strategic
Their own
plans.
strategic plan,
So we've had
I don't
like three
know.
strategic plans this last like
Well,
4 years.
because we've had three.
I know, it's just.
Mukhtar, or no, Leo, sorry, I'll come back to you.
I kind of wanted to circle back onto the very first point I think made by Pierce of lowering tuition. Like I do wonder like if it could be free, like how much of operating expenses is tuition, and would that not make Penn like the most prestigious university ever overnight if tuition was free? Like I think that may even be viable economically.
Okay, come on,
Can we abolish the language requirement?
abolish the who?
The language requirement.
So should we read
Wait.
prices on the food?
What are they?
Guys, if we can list it up, please.
Alex,
Free masters and open students.
free masters,
That's like council.
Mukhtar,
Important quality GSRs in all the for all funds.
DK.
Just, guys, if we can stop the cycle.
I know this is super exciting, I love this, keep it coming, but silent.
Single streamlines to development. Oh.
Damn,
No, they can.
we have the power to just crush
When you
that.
always get for inefficient, so that's nice.
Yes,
Travel grants for Pennsylvania, like across all schools.
it's a lot of chattering over to the left. Bring it back. Earthquake, is your hand up? Pierce.
Raising minimum wage for on-campus jobs.
Demi.
Water fountains on every floor. Okay. No, this isn't water.
No.
Open curriculum or gen ed and foundational requirements.
In the message.
Oh.
Open curriculum and more gen ed.
Like no gen ed.
No gen ed. Like Brown.
Teacher do too.
Ruhan. Oh gosh.
Free electric scooters for all students on campus.
Okay.
Run over 80.
Pablo
Having like a broad campus.
and a broad campus.
No.
Yeah, kind of like NYU.
Oh, like NYU Abu
I
Dhabi,
would
okay.
keep inequality.
Making more money. Keeping the.
Samyam?
Access to Penn Medicine for non-PSIP students.
Sweet.
Like, what do you mean?
You do have access.
You just can't go.
Like free access. You could just go shoot this.
So just like
Free healthcare.
free healthcare.
For students.
Free healthcare for Penn students. Like, okay. Julia.
This is a President Jameson agenda topic,
Thank
but
you.
are we not allowed to?
No, you're good.
Can we ask him about the AI agreement that he made with the governor, like the state of Pennsylvania about like, I mean, I can be more specific to you later, but it's like about how they made a deal with to like altruistically use AI and like to help the state with AI and the research.
Okay.
ChatGPT Premium.
Is that you want to? Is that what he said that? Okay. Saya.
Making more, making more like stores and restaurants on campus use dining dollars, like how Drexel uses Dragon dollars.
It's not analogous because Drexel's dining dollars or their dragon dollars is like our penny cash. Like parents put money on there for their students, so it's like not really dining dollars, but it's for exploring.
Cash, but I feel like more places than.
No.
You can load money in your account for printing. And if you have a PNC like pen card,
Okay, Leo?
I was gonna say more cohesion between undergraduate programs and Penn's grad schools. Like some universities have systems where you don't need to take like the MCAT to apply to that university's med school or the LSAT for law school. Like more clear pathways between undergrad and grad programs. I think that's something a lot of undergrads would really appreciate, and it would keep Penn talent in the Penn
they
community.
just admit you before you get yours.
Okay. Okay, let's get like two more of these broad ideas and then bring a couple more President Jameson topics, please. Pablo?
Time to Leo's like proposal, the problem that it was a past project, it was a thing with Proman, but it got shut down because of the budget cuts with NIH.
Of which, what was?
So like
which
basically pre-admitting students to med school without doing the MCAT, like just like direct admission to Proman, that used to be a thing. But then because of the NIH like funding cuts last year, like they abolished it essentially. So maybe restarting that program again. I think they did like 2 direct admits from each class.
Wait, why would funding?
I don't know.
This is pass.
This was something that they had done for many years and they had stopped doing it this year.
Okay. Andrew?
I think allowing more undergrad students to work in administration, and having those be work positions are as well.
Anna?
More opportunities to go abroad for short term.
Okay. Thank you for all the great ideas. Can we get like 1 or 2 specific President Jameson topics? Carol?
What role is Governor Shapiro playing in the day-to-day operations of the University of Pennsylvania? And is he still using his seat on the Board of Trustees? Or is he appointing someone?
Okay. Questions for President Jameson? Pablo?
Wait, Naya, can I add this to the pen forward? If like give us some like space, could you like maybe a pen could cover the cost for MCAT LSAT fees for students or any grad school admission test?
Okay. Sophie?
With like the SNAP funding cuts, does Penn have a plan to like A, help students who go here and then B, like do anything with Philadelphia? Like when that goes.
or like our staff.
Wait, shut it, like the judge block that.
Yeah, but there's no, same states still nutritious. Yeah.
I'll circle back. Any other questions or topics for President Jameson? You're like one or two more good ones
Wait, when are you saying this agenda by? Just because I might have some more ideas. for
tomorrow
probably-
morning,
Tomorrow night? Okay,
Morning.
I might send you 2 more.
by tonight.
Yeah, by tonight.
Okay, Ruhan?
For President Jameson, like kind of going along the lines of like the possible loss of federal funding, which part of Penn, whether it's undergrad or graduate, will probably see the first impact after that loss of funding?
Okay. Okay, one more. Anyone?
No, go.
No, you probably there.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Just go.
Well, how does he actually feel about University Council? Does he want to? I'm just pestering him.
You can see feedback, it's on there, I got you. Julia, did you?
Oh, I was gonna say you could ask him about PESMA as well, because he was on that. I don't know if we asked him that last year, but I have to check.
PESMA?
Yeah, the survey.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Now that's out of the way. If you have any more, if you think of any throughout this meeting, just text me or Slack me. I'm gonna send that agenda over tomorrow morning. And then lastly, this part's exciting. Merch. I threw some designs together. It's inspired by these cold culture hoodies. I'm not sure if you guys have seen them. I don't know if it's gonna let me in. But this is the design mock-up. It is, so it's like, the U and the A, and there's a 5 and a 3. It says undergraduate assembly. But can you guys see this? Okay, cool, great. So this is just like an interest form, see if you guys like this design. If you're like, I really don't like this design, like that's cool. For the past years, who has on? Ben.
Oh, where's that?
Oh, shit.
I pointed so quick.
That gray quarter zip that you guys see some old members wearing, that's like what we did last year. I wanted something more casual. I'm sorry,
Wait, what did she say?
returning members. are wearing- Gosh.
Oh.
So the returning members, they usually wear those. I also have one. This would be for everyone. The only thing, for one, I want this quality to be really good. I want it to be thick. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be like not cheap. That also means it's gonna be a bit more expensive. I think in our budget, we have the capacity to maybe subsidize like $10. These are currently sitting at 48. Just noting that.
What are the material?
I'm not sure. I'm getting clarification on that. But I am working with Leo. I'm working with our guy Harshit.
Oh, bro.
To negotiate. I'm negotiating.
He can be negotiated. He
Slow
can be
down.
negotiated.
Harshit came down $20.
He came down $20.
So you have to lowball him like.
I already did. Like these were at 48, and I was like,
Wait, Ben.
"Oh, Ben, can you show them what?
Oh.
Can you open up the Musa? Can you open up?"
Striptease.
So Leo helped design these last year. They're really cute, business kind of casual type vibe, but I want us to have a little bit more casual this year. Cause imagine like 90 of us walk around in these. That would be so head. So I thought the hoodies would be a bit cooler. Sorry. So a couple other Eddie.
You scroll down.
Yeah, I'm coming. These are some other color options. You can't really see the colors too much on here. Wait, can we bring it back?
Black would be tough. Black would be tough.
So there's this like cream color, but that's obviously hard to wash sometimes, like cream and light blue. The next one is navy and light gray. Bottom left is black and light gray, and then the other options you would just keep the original. If you have any random merch ideas, like you can feel free to upload them. If you have any feedback, also let me know. Sammy. Well, I gave it to everyone in the undergraduate assembly, so are you not in the UA, the groups? No? Okay. I'll change. Okay, I'll change access, and then also if you're not in the UA general body folder, then please let Ada know. Okay. So there's that.
Did you fix stuff after 18?
Okay. Wonderful. And that's all for me. What the gag is that I have to put Moose up to. So like quickly, obviously we had a ULSC meeting, and then we also had a meeting with the Senate Tri-Chairs. I couldn't attend, but it was confidential anyways, but it went super well. There's no upcoming meetings. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so I do have one upcoming meeting. It's not really Penn, but I'm doing a ride along with Drexel Police on Friday. Just to sort of benchmark and see how they do things. So I'll be sure to report back on that. Membership update, Max has been removed due to lack of attendance. For Zoom, and a lot of you reached out to me and I granted you all access, but please from now on, fill out the Google form if you need Zoom link for your meetings. This is the QR code and there's also the link here. I'll send it out as well on Slack, but please fill that out. And if you have a recurring conflict, just fill it out for every week. You can do that right now, and then you'll have it for every week to make sure you've done it 24 hours in advance. Also, Zoom, again, is a last resort, and you are supposed to have your cameras on. I know some of you told me that you weren't able to, but please try to have your camera on so we know that you're actually there. Okay. So election day is Tuesday. It's very important. Not a lot of people know that there's an election happening in Pennsylvania. We have an elected Supreme Court, elected Superior Court. We elect all of our judges from our local municipal courts all the way up to our Supreme Court. Super important. You get to decide if you want to retain our judges. Not many elections you get to decide if someone should be there for another 10 years. So I'd really encourage everyone to get out and vote. You can learn more about the candidates with the link there. You can also go to PennsylvaniaDecides.com.org to type in Pennsylvania Decides. Polls are going to be open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If it's your first time voting, you need to bring your PEN card. That's an acceptable form of ID. You can find your polling place at vote.org. A note that it's where you were registered to vote. So if you didn't change your registration from last year, you go to the place that you're actually registered, not where you live. But really important, please go out and vote. It's important that we do and fulfill our civic duty. So please get out and vote on Tuesday. And to that end, we have a great partnership with OGCA. I'm going to be picking up large A-frame signs at 8:15 right after DHT tomorrow. And there's also some posters that we're going to put up. So if you can help me, I'd be very grateful. I'm going to have like a residential services cart to help put these up. Leo did a lot of this last year. I think actually physically carrying them, which is quite the workout. So I'm going to have a cart this year. But if you can fill this out and help me out, I would very much appreciate it. And let me know if you're available. And then lastly, we have Member of the Week. Someone has the crown
Oh,
for
just kidding. Wait,
Alexa.
it was AJ, but she's not here.
She's not here. But
Oh,
we
wait.
could,
Yeah, wait.
but there's the crown anyway. So in spirit, you know, she's.
Oh, that's
good.
like Democratic undertones.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick. So, this past week I had my budget one-on-ones with all the branches that we fund, almost all of them. Met with all the class boards on Mondays, Q and Penn Labs on Wednesdays, PEC and NEC yesterday, and I have MERT on Monday, tomorrow. They were really good, learned a lot about their budgets and thinking about how we can make it a more effective budget that works for everyone next year. So that was fun. Then we had our SAC committee training meeting. We trained new members on how to review applications and SAC's guidelines. Those were really exciting. It was like a 3-hour meeting, but then I had my weekly one on with Katie. It was also really good because it was all to talk about. We talked about the annual budget, SAC, Sport Club Council, Gift Fund, and Funding Steering Assembly. And SAC Super Exec had our weekly one-on-one yesterday, talked about modifications of structure. And funding rounds are generally going better, but there's still work to be done. Upcoming meetings, again, budget one-on-one with Mert tomorrow. I have my first trustee meeting with Budget and Finance Committee. So basically me and like all the trustees just sitting around, talking about like millions of dollars. And then weekly one-on-one with Katie and SAC Super Exec. Any questions? Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess, how is SAC moving forward with ensuring that due to the volume of requests that they get, maybe either at the end of the year or in particular times, in particular funding rounds, that they're able to respond to everyone in a timely manner?
Yeah, I think you know, the new model's been a big challenge because there's a lot has been changed around, especially with like even from like the website itself to like training the new members on like how to evaluate with the rubric scoring. There was some changes in OSA structure, which also like caused some like administrative issues that we were working on. It's going better so far. Hopefully the upcoming round goes good. But we are planning, it has been going better, like round one was not the best. The most recent round was pretty good, I would say, and we're already planning for round four. We have our dates set, all the committees have been reached out to, and there's deadlines set for everything, so we'll see how this goes, and we're gonna keep on adjusting forward. Yeah, that's all.
You have to meet with the freshman class boards.
I did reach out, but no one responded, so I'm gonna bump them soon. DK and Ryan. Hey. Yeah, any other questions? All right, thank you.
We had two requests.
Yeah. Oh, not this one.
Hi, everyone. So my past meetings, so I had a meeting with Setley on last Tuesday, I believe. So Bruce Senthal and I discussed what the Setley Advisory Board would look like. So how many members, who's chairing it, applications, term limits, meeting frequency, and makeup of the members. SKU will have a permanent seat if they want it. I just reached out to them, asking them, as well as the UA. Ben and I will chair it at the beginning, and then we will pass it off to another UA member who's very interested in academic initiatives. And then NEC will do the applications for the first iteration of the board in the spring semester, but ultimately we hope it'll become a self-perpetuating board. I think NEC will put out those applications, so it's looking like the project's mostly completed. So I'm very excited about that and excited to sit on it in the spring. So then next I met with the Vice Provost of Climate. So I met with the Executive Director of Climate Policy and Action, who background was on the selection committee to pick that position last year. And so he actually really wanted to get feedback from all of you and ask you what you would like to see from this office. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what the office like actually does. And I just found they don't even have a website yet. Can I say yes to this?
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't even have like a real website yet. So that's something that they're working on. But this is on the Provost page and you can read it. This is their mission. They're really focused on making Penn a global leader on climate change. The previous Vice Provost was Michael Mann. He resigned, unfortunately, recently due to issues with Penn policy of institutional neutrality, but he was probably one of the most famous climate scientists in the country. I don't know if any of you seen Don't Look Up, but Leonardo DiCaprio's character was modeled after him. So they're really focused on making this they want students to be at the center of this initiative, and they would love to bring students to things like UN Climate Week and COPE and all of these things. So I want to hear from you and like what you would like to see from an office like this on not only working on sustainability within Penn, but making Penn a global leader on climate change and climate legislation outside of Penn. So how would you like to see students get involved in that? Yeah, Pierce.
Yeah, I think the engineering school does a lot of work with this, but maybe the vice provost and the engineering school aren't as unified as they should be. I also love like undergraduate research grants towards energy work and climate science work, like maybe in the new Vagelos building or something.
So like grants and fellowships maybe?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people who could have like chemistry majors, physics majors, anything that's in STEM, maybe doesn't know how much their major specifically can contribute towards climate science and falls on the path of doing something else because Penn has such a built out med school because we have like large programs and other things.
Okay, yeah, I agree, see that. Mo?
Honestly, running focus groups to like educate people more about what the office does and the importance on campus, because
I like that.
I think like it's very important subject, but a lot of people just don't know about it. Not that they don't care, just don't know that it exists.
Yeah.
So the more you tell people about it, the more like incentivized they are to like learn and spread the information to the people.
And you think focus groups are the best way to do that?
I feel like SKU runs like
You think-
focus groups on different topics.
And the best way to educate, yeah. Anything else? Pierce?
One more, I know that we have Viper, which is an energy thing in engineering in the college, but maybe looking at a dual degree energy related with something important.
Okay.
Like ESG.
Like LSM, yeah. Well, LSM is for bio stuff, but yeah, these.
Yeah.
but with like a more climate center instead of like M&T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Environmental departments, that's all, it's needed. Yeah, but like a specific, I should set out program or fellowship, but those that.
Okay. And like seminars, like advertising, ways to get out, like anything else on that? So.
Maybe like more events like Climate Week, those like 60-second, 90-second like stuff. Like
Lectures, yeah. I mean, I met Bill Nye last year, so that was pretty cool. In my romance class. Yes.
I'm interested if you could like ask them like in your future meetings about like their attendance with Climate Week.
Yeah.
To see like how engaged the student body is and how it can be more engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how they have like Penn Global, like, I think if they did like of climate or like climate policy, like focus on that, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. They have one, but I think it's, oh, they do go to Iceland. Wow, okay. So maybe promoting that, yeah. Oh, yeah, Richard.
Yeah, and I think kind of on that, we haven't like using the field kind of come into those classes and have like discussions, especially like for the writing systems, like freshmen. That could be pretty.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Doing more collabs with like maybe like more gen ed or writing seminar style, like classes were more of like a plethora of majors are in. Oh, Anna.
I feel like we should focus a lot on the student side of offering fellowships and internships and like working with sustainability, because for nursing, our nursing person, she sends out all of the sustainability things to everyone. Like, I don't actually know about attendance, but things like that where there's more opportunities for people to actually get involved rather than just.
Okay, so like seminars, advisory boards, focus groups, stuff like that.
Something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pablo.
Yeah, I guess like kind of along the way what people have been saying, having like what kind of some kind of like fellowship or something like that that works on initiatives at different levels. I'm not sure exactly what that would look like, but like maybe having like local or like national or even global initiatives that like as a way for students to get involved directly with governments.
Okay. Wait, I like that idea. Thank you so much. And so.
Text it to you.
Okay, yeah, definitely text it to me. Okay.
Just take it away.
Thank you. I got it. Okay. I also had a meeting with Katie on Wednesday where I discussed GBMs, minutes, and Penn Labs. Upcoming meetings, Penn Labs is in 2 weeks, not this week, but the week after that. And we're just like setting up a day. So I know a lot of you have projects that have to do with Penn Labs. I know Pablo's is one of them. So please reach out to me if you have questions you would like me to ask Penn Labs in that meeting. And I would love to platform your project for you. I also didn't write this down, but my trustee meeting is also this week. The academic trustee meeting meets on Thursday. We're discussing things about Penn libraries and how to make it easier for students to do research. Airport shuttles, I reached out to them and said that the dates I have to bump them because they haven't confirmed with me. So I will have the times out sometime this week. So once they confirm the dates, and that's all for me.
I'm gonna get, whoa. Am I gonna get my walk-up music?
Just get out.
Next up for your speaker, please, or I'll just.
No, I'm okay.
You're okay? You're not gonna do it? Hey, everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm gonna make sure this one is a quick one, which sucks because I'm starting with the discussion paper. So I'm gonna get everything else out of the way first. So going into some quick meeting updates, this was actually unfortunately a very busy week for me. So I had a one-on-one with Gary Pepora in which we talked about the outcomes, the results from the Penn Student Census last year, as well as looking for ways to kind of improve and optimize the survey for this year. For those of you that are new members, the Penn Student Census was basically a school-wide survey that I developed to kind of provide the UA direction and data when it comes to like student issues on campus, to give us ideas for projects and overall to provide data to administrators on what some of the pressing issues are for students, like in the areas of dining, housing, and transit, academic initiative. I'm tired. Academic initiatives, as well as community engagement and sustainability. So just to kind of give like a quick like glance through about what it is, this was the survey. I'm going to be working with communications on this because it is quite very not visually appealing. It's pretty rough, visually at least. It has actually a lot of really good data, including stuff on vending machines. People want to see it. So it was a really informative meeting that I'm gonna talk to a lot more about once we go to the discussion paper. Next, I had a one-on-one with Courtney Dombrowski, kind of going over the projects that were being pursued by Dining, Housing, and Transit, as well as projects across UA that intersected with business services, and kind of talking about feasibility for each. I'll go over the ones more specifically for my committee yesterday, but to kind of just get ahead of the jump ahead of the gun. Pierce, she said the Penn Moves project should be pretty like straightforward to happen. So yeah, she'll be willing to collaborate with you on it.
Yeah.
So I'll put you in contact with her.
Sidebar to this, I'm meeting with her tomorrow at 10:30, and no one on the project was free at that time. That's the only time she gave me. I'm the only one that's free, but if anyone else wants to be at that meeting tomorrow, 10:30, to talk about Penn Moves, please Slack me, text me, email me, anything.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really exciting stuff that's going to be happening with business services this year, but kind of to give like a TLDR version of it. A lot of the projects were deemed feasible, and those that have been like kind of like cast in what I call like the yellow bucket will kind of be like talked about and revised to make sure they're going to be more optimal for like efficiency's sake. And then I also just had my weekly meeting with OGCA, and I just really wanted to put it here to really plug this data trustee committee meeting. Like if you really want to be there when you see like the trustees vote on like stuff that really will impact the undergraduate experience here, I highly recommend going. It's open to the public. So like if you have the free time, I believe on Thursday. It's on Friday. On Friday, I highly recommend you go. But yeah, kind of going over quick project updates. Leo's going to be leading the committee-wide project, who's going to be heading outreach very soon this week. Yadu's finishing adding footnotes onto the report, which should be out this week. Hey, Yadu? What's it called? Carol's getting the voting A-frames, so I feel bad for whatever poor employee of OGCA you're making stay behind until 8 p.m.
Rachel offered that time.
Rachel?
Yes.
Man, I feel bad for her. And what's it called? Yeah, Dining, Housing, and Transit. If you have not sent your emails already to administrators, please do so. But yeah, kind of jumping into the Penn Student Census discussion paper. I'm not going to read all of this because frankly, that's way too much text and I don't want to be monologuing. But yeah, I was walking on Locust Walk when I really was inspired by this quote. And I think like it very much speaks to the purpose of the Penn Student Census, where genius without education is like silver in the mine. I think the main goal with the Penn Student Census really is to probe. This is to make sure you guys are actually paying attention. It's really just to probe the undergraduate body to see what issues really matter on campus and to really provide us direction in the projects that we pursue. I think the really great thing about the undergrad assembly is the fact that we have such close communication with a lot of really high up administrators, whether it's business services, like the provost's office, the president's office, etc. We have a lot of reach with the work that we can do. And I think we would be even more efficient and we were more targeted with the work that we do. So I find that just like getting input from students in terms of the projects they want us to see happen is a really good way to kind of improve, I don't want to say improve our image, but improve our efficiency in the eyes of our constituents. So a lot of this was inspired by the one-on-one that I had with Gary Purpura on, I want to say Thursday. Thursday, I think it was Thursday. That I had with him on Thursday, just kind of going overall, like, what are some needed improvements for the census going into this coming year? So I think some things that I quickly highlighted were the fact that it needs to be published and released much closer to when it actually goes out. Unfortunately, that was kind of stymied last year just because of some administrative just delays. Much better ways to engage with off-campus populations, which I think I'll talk about as I go into some of the questions that I have for you guys. And then finally, just kind of improving student outreach, because I think what I did last year was kind of limited in that I just mostly posted around the high rises and all on-campus houses, as well as posted a couple Instagram reels on the Penn UA Instagram, which should be up there. But yeah, I also think a big thing that the Penn Student Census could improve with for next year is kind of just being a lot more, I guess, this was something that was provided by Purpura, but basically just being a lot more pointed in the questions that we ask students. When we were going over, a big problem that we found was that because we were limited in the number of questions that we could ask students, they oftentimes were way too broad. So I guess some questions that I want to ask you guys before we quickly move on is, aside from SKU, people, and business services, what are some other administrative departments you recommend I reach out to serve as potential collaborators with this? Because I think just working with them would, help for getting money, because we do not have any this year for the census. And then secondly, just also provide more direction with the questions. Secondly, I was kind of debating this because this was brought up by Gary in our 101, but would it be better to kind of have one, I don't want to call it semi-long, but decently would it be better to have like one kind of like substantive survey, or would you rather see it be more efficient to have like multiple smaller surveys over the course of a month? And then finally, like, how do we best like market to the undergraduate body, especially if we're going to be limited on stuff like finances for this year? I felt that the raffle system we had last year was a big draw for around the 800 people that filled out the survey last year. And since that money isn't necessarily guaranteed this year, are there better ways that we can kind of appeal to them to fill it out without money necessarily being guaranteed? But yeah. Oh, Pablo has a question. Hell yeah, let's go to that. Oh, actually, yeah. What's up, Pablo?
Wait, it's not really a question. It's just more like an answer to one of your questions. I was wondering, you said like one per week, but would it be possible to have like one that is open all the time? Like, can people just fill out?
So yeah, so I think something that Aiden Carroll's been interested in this year has been kind of creating like a UA hotline or feedback form. Hell yeah. But what's it called? Yeah, they're interested in creating like a UA hotline or like, like some type of like reporting form that could be accessed year round. I think the inspiration with this was kind of the pulse survey that Penn runs every couple of years, where it's just really like supposed to get a lot of comprehensive data on the undergraduate experience for students, like I guess within a specific window in terms of like, I guess, and translating that into data that we can present to administrators. Anything else on like, I guess like if anyone has any, yep, Mo?
Is there any questions on faculty on the survey?
In terms of getting like faculty input on this or like the student experience with faculty? I don't think for the past survey we had a question on faculty. It was more directed towards academic advising. But I'll be more than happy to welcome those questions, which I'll probably have a QR code next meeting just to kind of start gathering questions that you guys would like to see on the what's it called? Survey.
Also, I think a one questionnaire is better than different surveys, because if you have like I expect the number of people filling out surveys is gonna decrease with time.
Yeah.
And two, it's like it's gonna be different individuals filling out answers for different questions. You kind of want to, I don't know if it's true, but maybe it's like one person answering all questions. It's better than different people answering different sets of questions.
Okay, actually that's okay, that's interesting. So I was actually gonna bring this up because Gary also mentioned something called logics within
I missed you.
Shane. Terrible. Oh, what's it called? So Gary brought up this really cool thing that Qualitrix allows people to use, which is called logics, where it's like if they respond a certain way on one question, they can kind of get prompted to like other more specific questions. For example, I think this would really be helpful if we wanted to have like questions of the Penn student census for like our transfer community. So like we could ask like straight off the bat, like, hey, are you a transfer student? Yes or no? And then from there we can kind of go off into like a more separate pointed section on what's it called? Like I guess like transfer related questions, just because I found a really big problem with this was that for like questions that like targeted a specific population of Penn, a lot of people just put neutral and it very much skewed the data results.
You put like NA. That's what I was.
What?
You put like NA or like
Yeah.
I could have and I didn't.
You
That's
should
my
have.
bad. That's my own bad. But yeah. I'll work to definitely like that's also why I'm working with SKU, just to overall like improve the survey design for this, as well as to hopefully access some of their survey funding.
I also think tabling and using like cons, outreach and engagement to spread the word.
Okay, checking. But yeah, I guess like any other overall suggestions for the Penn student census, it's very early kind of in this stage, and honestly, any and all feedback is welcome. And I'll definitely probably find some way to integrate it. Yeah, Andrew?
You can also just like force CB to send in their all school or their all grade, and then force like SAC to put it in SAC meeting, and then force you can ask Katie to do in the OSA all school, and also maybe force labs to put it up on mobile. Like there's a lot of UA constituents that you can make kind of make this figure out.
Yeah, you can also reach out to like the individual undergrad school like offices.
Yeah.
Specifically distributing it. So I know like at least for the college, like a mailing list.
Yeah, you can be like add to college trumpets or whatever.
Maybe like dorms also.
Like postering in dorms or like the college houses specifically?
College houses and
Definitely agree. Like, yeah, I think there's like I could definitely do like a lot more trades like email outreach this year as well. Are there yeah, real quick?
I guess like just on the note of the pointed questions, would that only be like would you only be able to implement that for the one survey per week? Or is that like something that you can implement for either option?
I think the more pointing questions, like especially if we use like the logics that are available in Qualitrix to kind of push people down specific, I don't want to say push down paths, but like to ask some additional questions is possible for either, and I think it would be more likely if we do like the one larger survey. Yeah,
I think it would be valuable. I do this with surveys I'm doing for my like job on campus, but when you have a survey and you can save someone's like, not any of their information still anonymous, but like login information, so they can do it next year and see if their opinion about this thing at Penn has changed year to year, and it like pre-fills with their responses from the year before that you can start to implement, so you can see if people's opinion is actually changing over time.
I'll definitely look into that system, because I think, because like for reference, we had like a raffle system last year where we gave like 5 lucky students like, you know, like $50 worth of goods. Shout out to Leo Soga for facilitating a lot of that. That was some really awesome stuff. Some people really lucked out, including Simon. What was the stuff good? What did you get with your $50?
I have no idea. I just emailed Leo for something, pretty sure. Probably something for you, Aiden.
Oh, I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, that's
I guess I have to wait till Christmas. But what's it called? Yeah, no, I collected their emails last year to kind of like to like reward the potential winners for the survey. So I could definitely find another way to also collect like information about users just to what's it called? Like kind of like track their progress over time. But yeah,
like table and like maybe like big donuts, cause you did that like September and a lot of people.
like executed, yeah. Any other suggestions? I'm an open book. Yeah.
I feel like you should ask class boards to send them out like their newsletters, and also I think what Mo was saying, I think it's more helpful to have one big survey that's marketed like 4 times versus 4 smaller surveys than 5 ones.
Agreed. Yeah. Like I think like when you guys are referencing like the various different branches, like Penn student government, like reaching out to the like school-wide like email list, like maybe having 1 week be class boards reach out, another week be SAC, another week be UA, and then a final week being Katie Bonner.
I think we do this in conjunction with the text line. I agree in the sense that we can do one big survey, and then use the text line to plug in the text for the rest.
Okay, great.
Try to get text out by like.
Absolutely, I'll be. Oh, it's gonna be up this week. Oh,
next week.
Next week. Bye. Yeah. Any other suggestions? All right. Let me just go back really quickly if I forgot anything. But yeah. Once again, DHT, if you have not sent your emails to Courtney, please do. She's like been super happy to like reach out to you guys so far, and she's setting a lot of you guys up for success in terms of like connecting you to the correct admin. So the sooner you do that, the better. But yeah, that's about it for me. So everybody.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Ben.
Everyone. Alright, not a lot of updates. Julie already talked about the Bruce Lenthal meeting, so I'll just give you guys updates on a couple of our AI members. First off, Jocelyn met with the English language program and talked with them and is talking with them about options for having like one-on-one peer tutoring for interactive students or for students for which English is not their first language. We have Pablo meeting with Penn Labs to talk about Penn course review and adding another section for how accommodating and accessible professors are. And then Ruhan meeting with the Weingarten Center for updates on their portals and websites, or on their on having a combined website for all of their portals. I brought up an attendance bylaw amendment idea last week, but I think I'm still going to discuss it with some members of cabinet and exec, and then we'll come back next week and present to the assembly. So just want to let you all know I'm working on that, but please reach out to me if you have any ideas or thoughts that you'd like to see included. That's all.
Okay, I'm back. I'm discussing Alexa's section for C. Can you guys hear us, or is the screen shared? I think it is. Yeah. Okay.
The Wi-Fi went out, so y'all shouldn't even be on your computer.
Yeah, I did.
You're playing like the finance room.
Yeah, close.
Okay. So Alexa's meeting with Princeton Sustainability Chair in a few days. Anyone has any agenda topics for that? Julia.
Can they give like numbers on carbon, you know, where the biggest emissions are coming from.
Eddie.
If they have like if they have like a composting system, and if so, how does that work? Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
That's great.
Anna.
Very specifically in Steiny, there's like the battery disposal thing. I wonder if any other schools do that, like.
So any other?
Megan has that.
Yeah, the dorms also have it. Oh shit, asking about it's pissing me off. Any other questions?
During things like climate week, what events do they have for students?
Any others?
Going back to the provost, like if they have it, and what's kind of like their relationship with that and sustainability. And if they don't, like, what's their relationship with sustainability and higher administration and students?
Okay.
If they know if their recycling is actually recycled, also who their contractor is. But
Audrey?
I know players when they're doing like a geothermal project and they were doing construction everywhere, is that going on? And if so, if they're seeing results that are positive from it?
Geothermal project and results.
Yeah, it was like to change their energy sources.
yeah, if and how Princeton works with the state of New Jersey to promote sustainability within their campus and community.
Any others? Julia?
If they have like a vice provost of com.
Any others?
If they do have a vice provost, how are they engaging with the student, like internships, fellowships, classes?
Any others? Here's.
Yeah, move-in resale. Just generally how to go.
Move-in resale? Any others? Okay, on November 17th, we have a CES and DHT joint meeting. So excited. That's gonna take place at the regular committee meeting, and there's gonna be makeups for people who can attend. For quick project updates, AJ and Pablo are working on the SEPTA UPass. There's some possible collaboration with other working on similar projects. Ryan has a mental health conference this weekend. Naya wants to work on a talent show, but it's still very much the early starting phases. And Khalil is focusing on the free summer storage pilot and collaboration. Any questions, Aiden?
Well, I just wanted to, do you mind if I plug something for the DHT CES meeting?
Please do.
So yeah, for those of you that are at CES, DHT meets in McNeil 410. So I'll probably send Alexa a video of how to get there, so that way she can share with you guys.
Any other?
I have like a 4-minute one.
Okay, thank you so much. What?
Hi, meeting updates, Sydney is Gracie met with Chaz and talked about the land acknowledgement project and it is going really well. He wants to first prioritize a land acknowledgement of Lenape land at Penn. I guess we're going in like a historical timeline. And they have reached out again this week, so a lot of progress. And I also talked about this before, I'm meeting with Courtney about Penn Moves tomorrow at 10:30. Please reach out to me if you're interested in joining. And Andrew and Co.
We're just moving to Jeffrey.
And Jeffrey met with Gwendolyn Shaw from, you said from art history department, right?
Yeah, art history, previously art history department, now we're working also.
Okay, awesome. And they are making lots of progress. So yeah, those are all the meetings this week and future meetings next week.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone had a fun and safe Halloween. Dressed up as Aiden. Nothing too crazy.
The main thing was that we tabled this past week. Pretty successful as far as tabling goes. Thank you to those of you who did sign up and helped out. We had to cancel the second day because the weather was pretty grim, but we're planning on tabling again this week to make up for it. So I'll be sending out like another sign up sheet and more details in the next like day or so. So keep a lookout for that if you want to help out. Tabling. It was fun bonding time with UA members. Got to speak to people as they were walking by and tell them about the UA. So yeah. Outreach and engagement is also working on the text and tell that's mostly ZK's focus. So that should be up and running hopefully in the next like week or two. And then social media managers and press secretaries are working on the general stuff. There's going to be a big push for airport shuttles. We'll get to working on the UA census stuff. Yes, Aiden.
Have you guys talked to business services about the use of the name Text and Tell? Because that's for them specifically. I don't know.
Oh, wait, we're not going to use the name text and
Oh,
tell.
okay.
We're just like referring to it like that right now, but we'll have a proper name for it.
Okay, because I don't know if they copyrighted it.
Wait, we should definitely not copyright them. We're just calling it that for now because it's like kind of based on their idea. Do you want to add something?
If you have any suggestions for me. The only one I have now is UA text line, and that's kind of.
So yeah, we can come up with a fun way to name it and brand it.
If you have any ideas for fun. It's like
Like, you gotta tell your friends, like, well, it's okay, just go text the.
Yeah, it's like a helpline kind of. Like if people have just like ideas, suggestions, like concerns, they can immediately tell UA that's general.
That resource as well.
And as
Okay, listen up. We're like so close to being done.
like I'm done, guys.
Might be it.
Last thing is, as usual, if you have any requests, fill out the form. And yeah.
Stay with us, we have a fun announcement from social at the end.
So new business, I don't know who Aaron is. Anyone know who Aaron Wilson is?
Who's Aaron Wilson?
Oh, I was just like, because I didn't want to forget this, but can I plug it for the live stream?
The topic of new business.
Is new business just like anything?
Whatever you want.
So this is. What?
Go ahead, please, just go ahead.
Wait, if you don't.
Just go ahead.
Yes, it's appropriate. Wait, so I'm a part of the Wharton Undergrads in Public Policy, as are many members of the Undergrad Assembly. So this Tuesday, we are actually having the former Chief of Staff for Kamala Harris, Aaron Wilson, who is a Penn alum, come and speak with students from 7 to 8 p.m. in Huntsman Hall. Check our Instagram if you want to see it. It's a really cool event. Is this not new business?
No,
It's really cool. I got
Sure.
someone to calm you with it. I did so much good work.
Wait, is this not new? Wait, I don't know what new business is anything.
Just keep going.
Like, you plug the judge thing, I feel like this is like.
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry.
No.
In the minutes, please.
I don't want that.
Yeah, TLDR, Aaron Wilson, former chief of staff for Kamala Harris, coming on. Oh,
Listen, no, just want people to listen to you. Very important.
yeah, she's coming on Tuesday. If you want to see her talk, it's gonna be a really cool event. There will be free food as well, so show up to it.
Anyone else have other events that they're doing, they wanna? Yeah. Guys, bring it, please, sit down.
EMT's having our Unity Week this week, so every week you have an event. So Monday's like street food, so like there's street food from like all around the world. And then Tuesday is Court Say Unity, so pull up and play basketball. And then it's Unity, yeah. Wednesday we have a documentary, Thursday is an arts event, and then Friday is our fashion show, so pull up.
Yes.
Yeah, follow our Instagram too.
Audrey?
On Thursday night, the College Dean's Advisory Board is meeting with the External Advisory Board, which is wealthy alumni who have a lot of power and advise the dean of the college. So if you have any college related concerns that you would like me to share with the External Advisory Board, they have a lot of sway. Send me a Slack message. I'll get it to them.
Two things. One, generally, if any of you have like a performing arts show or like an event coming up, put it in the Slack and we'll go to the events together. Also.
Social Slack.
Yeah. My bad. Also, if you have any assignments due on Tuesday, email your professors, cause you shouldn't have assignments due on
It's
Tuesday.
election day.
And if they refuse to change it, they're disregarding Penn's policy and you don't have to do it. So keep that in mind.
Exams, there should be no
exams,
exams.
especially exams.
There's more assignments administration.
Yeah, I got a 1410 quiz canceled because of this last year.
Wait, you can send an email. I think there's an email on the UA website template that you can use. If it's not there, I'll just send it to you guys. It's literally just like, hello, professor. This is a day where you cannot, whatever. I'll send it to you guys in Slack. You can just copy this. I'm also sending on all email tomorrow, so it'll say the same thing.
Any other topics for new business, any documents be presented?
Thank you, Eddie.
Do we have any motions?
Motion to.
No, motion to.
Oh, you can't to adjourn? Is there a second?
Yeah, there's a second.
All those in favor?
Yeah, this is Eddie second.
Any opposed? That motion clearly passed. The meeting is adjourned. We'll have.
Andrew is some.
We'll have
I'm opposed, we have socials.
Wait, adjourn just means stopping the live stream, just to reiterate that. And if you do leave before adjournment, that is technically 0.5.
But technically the meeting is now.
Wait, so is that
But
in the
this is-
bylaws? Is
wait.
that actually in the bylaws?
I don't think adjourn just means stopping the live stream.
I think
The meeting, like people can technically leave.
You can leave.
But we're gonna do just a quick.
You just